Hello, I gotta get
It's the music that we choose. 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 It's the music that we choose.
Hello, thank you for being on here. I wanted to come on and talk about Amway Merchants of Deception. I'd never heard of this book. I'd heard about it like a little bit in passing, but it was really from my interview with Guru Nishan. So I'm like, I got to do a video. So that's how I feel like when I make content. I'll make a lot of content, I'll take some time off, and then I'll like say, oh, I'm taking 3 months off social media because I need to, get my boundaries in order. And then I end up making all this content, right? So here I am doing a live video, and I'm going to just get rid of this thing. Okay, so hello, Belle, you're first. Melissa says, yes, please, let's talk about Amway. Rob, hello. And Jenny Rose says, yay, I'm catching a stream. Rob is always like, hi, Julie, it's Rob. And hello, Andy Lives. So Merchants of Deception is a book, and you can't buy this book, but you can download. I don't think you can buy this book. You can download it for free on the internet. And I put the link in the description. And it takes, it's not easy to find. And if you're comfortable downloading it, if you're comfortable going onto a website and just downloading shit off the website, then you might want to download this. But I found it really helpful. So I'm going to show you what it looks like first off. It was written by an ex-Amway distributor called Eric Schiebler. And I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. And my apologies if I'm not. Let me get this going on here. This is what it looks like. Okay. So this is what it looks like when you download it. There's 318 pages. Merchants of Deception, an insider's look at the worldwide systematic conspiracy of lies that is Amway, Quickstar, and their motivational organizations. Why is this important and why is this significant? Because you know what it's like when you speak out against multi-level marketing. They're like Scientologists. They'll make up fake websites. They'll harass you. They will say all kinds of things about you, create content about you. It goes on and on. So the same thing has happened with this distributor. Now, this was published in 2004. And like I just had mentioned, it was only through that interview with Guru Nishan that I even heard of this. And I thought, I got to read this. And honestly, if there was like a starter pack to get out of MLM, you're like, what should I read? What should I learn about what I need to figure shit out? Like you start taking an anti-MLM content and looking at podcasts. I recommend this book. So I'm about halfway through it, just under halfway through it. And it is so helpful to me. So I would recommend this Merchants of Deception. I recommend Robert Fitzpatrick's Ponzinomics, and also Freedom of Mind and Combating Cult Mind Control by Stephen Hassan. Those for sure, right off the bat, I would recommend to everyone. And I can't believe that, I can believe that I didn't know about this, but it's so good and it's so relevant to every multi-level marketing company. We've all had similar experiences. And that I don't know why that this isn't more well known. Like everybody coming out of multi-level marketing should have access to this fucking thing. So that's why I thought I'm going to do this video and then just, shed some light on it. Jenny Rose says, oh boy, this book is 100% a dumpster fire. Oh my God, I thought it was an Amway book. No, it's really good. So yeah, it looks like when you look at it, look, right? You're like, oh God, but wait till you see the heavy hitters who have endorsed it. This is going to blow your mind. This is why I'm like, why don't more people know about this? So this was written in 2004. You scroll down. So look at this. Bruce A. Craig. Look at retired assistant attorney general, Wisconsin Department of Justice. He went after Amway. After the FTC was like, no, Amway, you're good. You're not a pyramid scheme. Bruce Craig went after them. Bruce Craig has balls. Okay, look at this. Robert Fitzpatrick also endorsing this book. Stephen Hassan, before he was a PhD, endorses this book. You may recognize these people. I'm just going to point out the ones that leapt out to me and that I recognize, because I'm just like, how in the hell do more people not know about this? David A. Breer, he has a blog. This is, you may notice his comments that he's left. He leaves some really good comments on the content here on YouTube. I pinned one on one of the last videos, and he wrote this whole series of questions that you could ask yourself about being in multi-level marketing and a cult. And I also chat with him. We have some phone calls and he's been helping me out. Look at this, John M. Taylor, the dude, John M. Taylor. So this is the guy that did all the studies saying that 99.6% of people lose money in multi-level marketing. This guy has done it. So I'm like, how in the hell do we not know about this? So, I did look at the acknowledgements where he's like thanking, I think like Tony Robbins and Oprah and Dr. Phil, but whatever the fuck, right? It's good. So I wanted to just show you that first. Then I really want to show you this. Jenny Rose is like, oh, okay. I got a little confused. I mean, I don't know why you'd get confused with like a cover like this. We're not going to slam the cover, even though I just did. Okay. The next thing I want to show you is the website. So this is, okay, share this tab instead. Okay, here we go. This is the website. So this is what it looks like. If you follow the one link, it'll say like, click for the PDF. Like, I mean, it looks sketchy as fuck. And maybe I downloaded a shit ton of viruses to my computer. But you know what? For what I found, it's worth it because you're not going to believe the audio clip of Dextrer Yager ranting and raving about gays and queers and women. You can't even make this shit up. So this is what this looks like. So when you find this page, it's like the purpose, and he talks about this. This is where you can download it if you choose, right? So I mean, I know it, like Jenny Rose is like, it does look sketchy, but this is where you can download it if you want to. And then I've saved it to my computer and I'm like reading through it. But this is the thing that's really cool is this case studies. I just posted this all over like Instagram today. I made 2 pieces of content on Reels. I posted the full audio clip of Dextrer Yager going off. And then I also posted it in my stories, which shares also to Facebook. And then I created a highlight on Instagram to share all this, like where other creators can come and access this and maybe make content on it, because we need to talk about this because Amway is the mothership. The only reason multi-level marketing companies exist is because of Amway. All of them are modeled. I'm fucking yelling. All of them are modeled on the Amway blueprint. All of them. So it's not, when you see people in different multi-level marketing companies say my company is different. It all stems from Amway. So Amway falls, I think all of them go. Rob says, sadly, Mr. Craig passed away last year. Oh, shoot. Oh, condolences to his family. Jenny Rose is like, Dexter is the dumpster fire. Yeah, Dexter is the dumpster fire. Okay, so the case study is Yager. Here we go. And this is the audio. This is so messed up. So trigger warning. I mean, anything with multi-level marketing, it's going to be horrible, but this is homophobic. I mean, it's really bad. So let's just listen to this and get over with. It's 1 minute and 51 seconds. And this is Dextrer Yager. Why is this important to share with you? Is because, where I did is I just scrolled down on this, is because of how all multi-level marketing companies are modeled on Amway. That means, okay, so I should back up here. I'm so jacked up. What you might not know about Amway, and I'm still learning about this, is that Amway sells shit, just like Monate does and Arbonne and Herbalife. They sell supplements and skincare and cleaning products. But when you get up to a certain rank within Amway, they also sell motivational things. So back in the day when it was cassette tapes, they sold cassette tapes and books and then burning CDs. And it's a lot of tools, personal development courses, personal development stuff, because that's what you really need to improve your mindset to build your business. So a lot of what I've been learning about Amway is that not only do distributors have to purchase products and have that on auto ship, but they have to. Nobody holds a gun to your head, but they have to, if they're serious about growing their business and they want to be a leader and they want to, minimize limiting beliefs, blast through that, stop self-sabotaging themselves. They need to purchase also on auto ship these tools. So this whole separate thing called the Amway tool scam, from what I gather. And what I believe is that multi-level marketing coaches and coaching, that whole coaching scam is another iteration of this. It's like exported out of Amway now, because a lot of these people have been in multi-level marketing and they just were like, fuck it, I'm just going to do this coaching thing. So when you get to a certain level in Amway, people are realizing most of their checks from their downline isn't coming from like recruiting or even like the sales of their products. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's coming from the, I'm like all phlegmy. It's coming from the sale of these tools, and their paychecks can be like 50 to 70% is the tools, and nobody's told this. So it's just another level of deception anyway. Yet another level of deception that goes on within Amway. And Amway is the oldest. Amway is the mothership. It was Nutrilite and then Amway. Amway successfully got Costco Interplanetary, which was another MLM around the same time. And then Holiday Magic shut down as MLMs because that was their rivals. And then they had the monopoly on MLM. I believe there were still other MLMs going on at that time, but those two were like its biggest competitors, and they got shut down. So then Amway just continued to become this bloated, horrible, tentacle-reaching, awful thing that it is today. And is bred. It's like it keeps spawning more MLMs. So Sandra says, great video on Amway's tools by a history prof. Yes. And if you would, Sean Munger did an excellent video on that. And yeah, please go check out that video. So that's my understanding of the tools, is that a lot of Amway representatives, where they leave, they start to wake up, they see that they've been had. They're like, wait, you're telling me that all this time I and my team, if we just worked hard, we sold these products, we recruited people, we did all this stuff, that we would succeed. But it's like, no, it's not. There's this whole other secret component, which is actually the big money, the money maker. Dextrer Yager sits at the top of this thing. This is what I'm getting to. So Dextrer Yager, if you want to like trace things back, to before Dextrer Yager, like Napoleon Hill, all of this is fake nonsense. Law of attraction, all of it. And if you're somebody who is like, just starting to come out of multi-level marketing, and you're like, no, that too? Really? Like Think and Grow Rich is also bullshit? Dale Carnegie, that wasn't his last name. He actually changed the spelling just to like affiliate himself with the famous family. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it all starts to fall apart, and it's horrible. However, it's good. You don't want to be ignorant. You want to start self-education and realizing it's okay to critically think. I need to do some research. I'm going to look at the opposite arguments here and not just take what's been spoon-fed me, So Dextrer Yager sits at the top of all this. He's made like billions of dollars. Dude died in 2019. It's important to set this up because everything has copied Amway. So these undercurrents of like homophobia, racism, all of this shit, it's baked into MLM. And you're going to hear him in his finest right now with this audio clip. I can't even believe this has been up there for so long. And I have not seen anybody make content on this. And I really hope that more people do, because people need to see this. So this is Amway. And who knows how they're going to try to wriggle their way out of this. All right. Are you ready? Big breath. This is messed up.
I've always kidded them. I want to see, a lot of gals don't stop and realize something. You don't go dealing with the gays and support their move to make less men. You go to a hairdresser that's gay, and you support him financially. You're supporting his lifestyle. You go to these gay designers and you're supporting their lifestyle. And you, as women who believe supposedly so strong morally, and you're against your husband on some little dumb thing that he does, I don't think that's right. You shouldn't lie. You didn't. And he wasn't lying. Just because he said just 3 weeks ago, and it was really 3 months ago, but he didn't realize the difference when he made the statement. It was a detail that didn't have any bearing on anybody else. And you get upset with him for little things like that. I get upset with the gals that go support the queers when they're the biggest competition they got for men. You don't support the girls that are after your husbands, but you're supporting the guys that are after your husbands. just the way it is. They want your husbands to all change and be gay like them. Isn't that right? Now quit having these queers dress you. Okay? I agree 1,000%. How many men agree that way?
So there you have that one. Can you believe it? Root into being is like, whoa, what did I just jump in on? And Rob is like, this is hysterical. Can you believe it? This has just been up there for years. Yeah, Jenny Rose is like Dextrer Yager being horrible. So what I've heard from what I've like been gathering by listening to different representatives that have left Amway from different ranks is it's the same experience that is outlined in Merchants of Deception, and also to some extent all multi-level marketing companies. The specifics of even today, even people that have left within the last 3 years from Amway describe being told that they cannot marry, or they're discouraged from having sex and dating until they reach a certain rank as they start to progress. Now, there's people that'll be like, that never happened to me, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Or what I have observed as well from all across multi-level marketing are people within multi-level marketing that may not, they're starting to unpack what they've been a part of. And I did this too. I look back at my old videos and I'd say, I never saw that. That never happened to me. And then I would go on and I'd explain examples where in fact, I did see it happen. And in fact, it did happen to me. And I've seen that with distributors that are starting to unpack what they've seen. I don't know a better word for unpack, so I'm going to be saying that a lot. So they have this level of control where they're telling you what to wear, how to do your hair, and when you should have sex, if you should have sex, who you should date. There's a very strong tradition and coercion in Amway to marry your upline. It's like these women marry the uplines. This isn't just a one-off thing. This is cooked into the model. And Amway is the mothership from everything. It's like Amway is the Bible. And all the other multi-level marketing is like, oh, we have to do what Amway does, I'm going to read some of your comments here and catch up. It must be me is like, what's going on? Good question. So what I'm doing is I'm showing where, if people want to look at the book, Merchants of Deception, it's free. It's written by an ex-Amway distributor. And on the website from this ex-Amway distributor, Eric Schiebler, he's got a lot of tea about Amway. And one of them is this audio clip that's 1 minute and 51 seconds long of Dextrer Yager talking about, he says that the gays and the queers are going to steal your men because they want to turn them gay too. And then he shows contempt for women. He goes off on this weird, sounds like he's drunk. He's like, you're so strong morally, and a guy, your husband, you said something 3 weeks ago, and it's 3 months ago, but it's really 3 weeks ago. It's the same thing that we see across multi-level marketing when you see somebody in a position of authority, whether it's an upline or one of these coaches, and they just ramble. And it's that drone. And so everybody in there is just like, yes, this all makes sense. It's intense and it's weird. And I can't believe it's just up there still. Melissa says, and this also goes to the subjugation of women in Amway. Always defer to your husband. Don't do anything that could make your husband look bad, blah, blah, blah. And it I can't say that word, metastasized. I had a hard enough time saying the word documentary. Melissa's like, make good little ambots out of everyone. Someone is clearly on the down low if that's a concern. Yeah, no kidding. All right. I think I caught up to your comments. So that's that. I wanted to show you that. And I think when I came out of multi-level marketing, I was taking in as much information as I could. And I was trying. I'm like, seriously, I was like, is there a course I can take? And I know how stupid that sounds, and I know that that's not good. It wouldn't be helpful at all, because you need to find yourself. You need to rest. You need to do things at your own pace. Hopefully, if you can afford it, and if you do need it, is to get into therapy. But I still wish there was what are the resources? And I could kind of find it from different anti-MLM creators, I'd go in and I'd see they'd recommend something, and then a little bit culty, I found on their website. It was really helpful. They listed a number of resources, so I started reading different books like that. But this is one of them that I think that I found it really helpful. So I just want to, like, if you, and it's free, because I know a lot of people, they can't afford shit because they've dumped all their money into multi-level marketing. Rob's like, just say spread. I'll just keep it to one syllable. Red Wing says, and then their uplines shame the husbands in front of their wives and vice versa. So sick. Yeah, Amway is a piece of work. And what's so gross about Amway that I've seen too is the veneer that they put on. It's like, I did this thing called decoupage for a time. I thought this was so cool. So like you'd cut out little things, like a little picture of a flower from a magazine, and use tiny little scissors. And I'd put it on a stool, and I'd painted the stool, and then you put layers of clear varnish on. And you're supposed to put so many layers of clear varnish on that it sinks in and it looks, I don't know, it's supposed to look really good. I don't know if mine ever worked, but I did it to this one stool. That's how I feel about Amway. It's like it takes a person and it just puts layer of clear varnish on. It's so fucking plastic and fake, and everybody knows it. Outside, it's just like it's thicker and thicker and thicker, you know? And inside, it's like, this is what I have to do. You have to dress nicely. You have to speak properly. You have to have this weird faith where it's supposedly Christian, but you're actually worshiping your upline or worshiping Dextrer Yager. And everybody chanting, everybody doing similar movements. This is not Christianity. It's fucking weird. And it's the same thing. Like, it's similar to what I experience, and so many of us do in multi-level marketing. Melissa says, if anyone asks why there's so little LGBTQ plus representation in MLMs, this is why. And Potato Supreme, hello. Whenever I hear that a couple approached someone I know Amway, they go hunt as couples. And somebody had asked, maybe it was you, Red Wing, I'm not sure, in the comments had said that there was a couple before. Maybe it wasn't you. I'm sorry if I'm like messing this up. But somebody had approached them, a guy and his upline, and they think it might have been Amway, but then they were like, oh, it's usually like a married couple. But there are people that they don't follow this format. Like, they follow this format now, but they've changed over the years, and they change their scripts slightly, but the core concepts are the same. Like, now they talk about they're prospecting on LinkedIn. A lot of Amway distributors, they say e-commerce. But on this website, this Merchants of Deception, I'm going to pull this up again for you. It shows he has all these documents showing like different scripts that they were taught to use. And it's always deception. If someone says, is this Amway? They don't answer. They immediately like deflect. So when you are being recruited into a cult, oftentimes it's by someone that you least expect, and it never looks like a cult, and it's built on deceit. And I wish this is something that would be taught in schools, is to know this, because when it's going to come, it's going to come when you least expect it. It doesn't present itself like, hey, would you like to join Amway? You can make $1 million. It doesn't present itself to you like that. Why do you think so many people have gotten sucked into Scientology over the years? It's like, you want to take this personality test? It's really fun. Oh, look at all these people. They seem to be like well put together. Or a friend, a family member, your mom. You know what? This foot cream has made my heels so soft. You want to try it? That's how it presents itself to you. You're like, I was invited to this wine MLM and I really don't want to go, but I don't want to say no. It's like, they got you. That's their way in. You're too afraid to say no. That's your weakness. It's like, that's how it's like these things, they enter into your life so sneakily. It's so inoffensively. Not even like a mosquito. You just think it's really not that big a deal. You might have a little, oh, I don't want to say no, but it's really my fault. I just don't want to appear to be that person. All these excuses already starting to do the work for the cult. And so I got to show you this website. because I want to show you these scripts of how, or like some of these documents where they're saying they're prompting people to respond to questions about Amway by purposely being deceitful, right? Like just like don't answer the question, which is fucked up, you know. But I mean, all multi-level marketing companies do this. Okay, why am I not finding this? Here we go. All right. So let me get this. Okay, case study. Let's see if I can find this thing. There were some of these other people like making these claims, but when I tried to play them, the quality was really bad, even like just listening to it on my phone. And I thought, oh, I don't want to play these ones. Okay, this is, click on PDF icon to download Fred Harte's script instructing to deceive prospects. Okay, so look at this thing. Initial living. So of course, this was published in 2004, but the core concepts remain the same. It doesn't matter. You know, these cults were running before the internet and they're running during, like now with the internet. So look at spend no more than 3 minutes maximum on the phone, be in a hurry, practice, get 10 definite yeses. This is what we were taught, be in a hurry with rank makers. It's like, I gotta go. You'd have to lie. Thanks, I gotta go. Even if somebody was really interested, we were coached to say, well, I got another meeting, you know, coming up. Let's connect, because it's always about having another meeting, because that is supposed to make it more, I don't know, like increase your odds of recruiting somebody. And then if somebody does reject you, that's like you being in posture. You're like, I've got, well, that's okay. I've got like 3 more people who are definitely interested. I'm going to put my time with them. Look at start calling 7 days before workshop. This is funny. It says, are you familiar with the internet? So you can see how old this is. Where's this one that I wanted to see? What is it? It's BizNet Productions. So they're not telling it. So I don't know. Amway, I think it's like Primerica. They just have all these weird subgroups. They'll do everything they can, then say that they're Amway. So it's like, I don't have time. Would you like to change that? Why does my wife have to be there? My wife is going to be here. We are going to have coffee and talk. See, they don't ever answer the question. This is how cults work. So this doesn't matter. This could be a yoga cult. Could be a religious cult. This is a commercial cult. And this is Amway. This is the mothership. Where does it say this? I was trying to find where it says about Amway. There were so many of these documents. Let me see if I can find this one. Download new distributors 8-step pattern of activity. Look at this. So who knows how old this thing was, because he published this book in 2004. So this has already been established. So look at this. Define your dream. List 5 to 10 specific goals you want to accomplish. Debt-free, home, charity, travel time. This could be written today. So when you see like an MLM distributor saying my multi-level marketing company isn't yours, it was from 2007. It's like, no, yours is from before 1979, whenever Amway is from Neutralite, honestly. Make some commitments. Build a list of 75 people who are friendly and ambitious. Where does it say? Here, look at this. Learn and teach the pattern for success. Listen to the recommended tapes daily. Substitute that with doing, 10 minutes of personal development every day, reading a book. That's what it is now, or watching a video. Or if you are an ex-rank maker, tune into the Ray Daily. It's no longer the Ray Daily, but at the time it was. Read at least, here it is. Read at least 15 to 30 minutes daily from the suggested top 30 book list. Purchase tickets and attend your next business development function. Oh, this goal sheet. Look at this. Wow. Okay. I'm going to see if I can find this one. Recommended tools price list. Oh, this is a good one. E-commerce info pack. Look at this. So this is all outside your product pack or whatever that you purchase to get into Amway. So with Monet, I purchased the Overachiever product pack. I can't even imagine purchasing. I mean, I did because I joined Rank Makers, but it would be as if Rank Makers was in Monet. But you're not told that this is actually fueling like a lot of the business. I think if I'm understanding this. So this is, look at this, the cost of this. So this is financial freedom. This has not changed at all. Look at this, financial freedom. Everybody talks about financial freedom still. I got so jacked up, I forgot to share the screen. There it is, financial freedom. Initial inviting audio tape. Look at any multi-level marketing coach, all these on YouTube. all across social media, Facebook, Instagram. Five ways you can recruit. The best opener, like Eric Worre, Bob Heilig, No Shame Sales Game, whatever the fuck her name is. Ray Higdon. They all do this shit. And they've been doing it. They're just regurgitating Dextrer Yager, which is really disturbing. None of this stuff is new. All of it is recycled. And so this says $48. There's still another one I wanted to show you because it was alarming. Click on to, okay, this is the one. I still didn't find the one that said that to deny about Amway, but maybe we'll find it. So look at the follow through process tape, $6. Follow up, $6. The reasons why they need it: launching your eBiz pack, info packs, board, easel, flip chart, continuing education series, sign up, one every week, plus one tape, one every week, e-commerce, presentation pack, e-commerce presentation packs. This was going on as early as 2004. How to start your eBiz. So annual expense of it, $312. Total first year tape cost and miscellaneous tool cost, $928. Then 1 year business development seminars, monthly, $1,200. Books for 1 year, videos, training sessions, e-commerce recruitment meetings, CDs, BizNet Productions web subscription, approximately one. So look at this. On 2,000 distributors, BizNet Productions can reap annually $5,437,600. And it says, please note, Fred Hartay's has claimed to have tens of thousands of distributors in his organization. You do the math. So for each person, it says like $2,718. That's on top. That's on top of all the other shit they're purchasing from Amway. And all multi-level marketing companies have just imprinted on Amway. They're just little mini Amways just running around out there. Oh my God, I'm going to read your comments here. Clowntown, hello Clowntown. Clowntown is Val and Gus if you would like to follow. And awesome. Two amazing anti-MLM creators. I definitely recommend the Clowntown. Yager's earned $40 million a year. Should have a little shame sales game. I got to do a video on Bob Heilig too, because, you know, I was just looking at his website and he failed at both multi-level marketing companies he was a part of. Something happened with the first one. Doesn't say what happened. Second one gets shut down by the FTC. So you know what he decides to do? He decides to say, I'm going to sell courses on how to build your business. I'm going to make $1 million. I'm going to have like what? How many people do I need to sign up and pay $2,000 for this course? And they come and they'll show up and they'll be like, Bob, how do we make $1 million? They'll be like, hey, everyone, well, this is just what you do. You just sell this course, $2,000 each. Presto, you're $1 million. He failed at both multi-level marketing companies. His first course that he made, and you can look at this on his website, was how to build your business on Facebook. And his company that he joined last, after his other one got shut down, was shut down by the FTC. Doesn't cross his mind he's in a pyramid scheme. It's got to be something, and thinks that what he's doing is a legitimate business. Just like there's that other one I just came across, Kristen Boss. Oh my God, I got to do a piece of content on this too. This is a whole other wild piece of tea. But let's first finish up with Amway here. I think her name is Kristen Boss. Oh, because there's like the people within MLM are taking each other out now. It's scammers are scamming scammers, and it's sad, but it's also really funny, because the reason why it's so funny is because there are people within the comments of this one multi-level marketing coach that are recognizing that this is like a Ponzi scheme, like a pyramid scheme. They're using that language, and they're also describing, you'll see this multi-level marketing coach describe that this doesn't make sense to purchase this course, that this is this new scam going around, even though she's selling courses and they're all in multi-level marketing. She says, if you have a following of 600,000 people and you sell this course to all these people, you've just now created all these competitors. Who are they going to sell to? She fucking says it. She says it. And everybody's like, yeah, that's right. And somebody is like, I'm going to fight with you. They even put like these little boxing glove emoji with fire on it. I'm like, You're fighting for the pyramid scheme selling industry. I have to cry because I have to laugh. Otherwise I'm going to cry, because these are so many of these people really, really are putting their heart and souls into what they think is a business, and they're just brainwashed. Okay. Fernando A. Hello. Fernando A. is an amazing content creator as well. You might not come across a lot of these anti-MLM content creators because it might not just be showing up in the algorithm. And he just did a good video about multi-level marketing companies that have been banned in India. So go you, Fernando A. And Elaine says, OMG, that is awful, but very helpful to see in order to better understand. Doris, hello, Doris. And let's see here. Clowntown says, oh my God, Julie, one of my favorite YouTubers who makes silly videos made fun of Grant Cardone. He totally ripped him up. Oh, that's good to see. Glenn Turner lost his $200 million and went to jail. And Rob says, Fernando A., I too have licked the stream. And Clowntown says, I'm sub, but I still have to watch your videos, Fernando. Thank you for also doing bilingual content. We need more. Okay, so I got to get back to Amway. And then, well, I wanted to show you this other video clip of Amway. Let me just finish up with this Merchants of Deception site. So now you know that's what this is about. This is this book that you can download if you're comfortable clicking on something on the internet and downloading it to your computer. If not, no big deal. Oh, there's these tabs up here where some of them, I know I had clicked on something. Was it your help is needed? This is old. There was like links somewhere I was clicking. Maybe it wasn't on this one. There was somewhere I was clicking and there were a lot of dead links, but maybe it's not on this one. But this is, click on MP3 icon to hear Newt Gingrich proclaim Amway as Russia's economic savior. Like this is good shit. Click on, this is a good one. Click on PDF icon to download the article showing Congress giving Amway $283 million. So this was 1997. This is important because when people say enough time has passed, where there's like a new generation that is creating anti-MLM content, educating older generations why we've been in a scam. And there's a lot of information out there. And it's important to look at the bedrock of this shit, because all of it rests on Amway. And this will help explain this. I'm not reading this. There's one document that has this breakdown of these numbers. I'm going to see if I can try to find it. But it's really helpful to show how long and why it's so deeply entrenched in like globally, but particularly in the US, where it's now you're considered weird and out there if you use words like mind control, indoctrination, cult. That's considered wrong, although that's the truth. It's much more acceptable to say business and industry, just like multi-level marketing distributors call themselves business owners. And we'll say, no, you're not a business owner. But then yet we will say, oh, well, it's the multi-level marketing industry. It's not a multi-level marketing industry. It is fraud, money laundering. Amway has been gone after in India for money laundering. Their assets were seized. I haven't looked into that, see how that's playing out. And you don't hear about that. But that's why it's important to see like the history of this, because when you have presidents endorse Amway, celebrities endorse Amway, it's like, well, it's not all these stupid people that are just walking around and they just deserve it because they're so dumb they can't tell it's a scam. No, it's much more sophisticated than that. So there's my other rant here. Maybe this is the one that I wanted to show. This is restoring the American dream. Look at this. This is proving that aliens walk among us. No, I don't know. Dear Sir, Madam, attached, please find an amended statement of organization for restoring the American dream. As you will notice, this amendment replaces James Bopp Jr. with Janet M. Wheel as assistant treasurer. I mean, there's just all these documents. I don't know what. I'm trying to find this one. Oh, here. This is what it is. It wasn't a sheet. This is it. So it says the political influence of multi-level marketing organizations. This is really tiny. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. The single largest soft money donation on record to any political party, this was written, I guess in 2004, was $2.5 million from Amway to the Republican Party in 1994. This is important to know. This is why legislation doesn't exist to protect consumers is because of behavior like this. And this is just 1994. This doesn't even go back further, go back more decades. And then perhaps this will give more insight to why so many people continue to get sucked in. So this just lists all this shit, all these people spending all this money. It's all highlighted in red. It just makes me sick to my stomach when I look at it. So that's the Merchants of Deception site. So you might want to check that out. Okay, that's that one. Oh, Heather C also does great anti-MLM content as well. Now we need an anti-MLM channel in Portuguese, 6th most spoken language in the world. There is a creator on Instagram who's doing that in Portuguese, and I share her content. Every time she tags me, I'm sharing her content in my stories for that. Julie says it needs, if not, no big deal, merch with the fish on it. Port Adelaide says, yes. So good to see an anti-MLMer finally talking about this very important book. And I didn't know about this book until I did that interview with Guru Nishan. And I hope that more and more people will start reading this. This is something that I wish I had read right away, right up there, like I said at the beginning, right up there with Ponzi-nomics. It's really helped me. There are a lot of anti-MLMers who are too scared to go after Amway. And I understand that, especially there's this weird like perception of influence within, and I'm not talking about anti-MLM creators. I'm talking about within multi-level marketing. And when you're in that world, and there's like celebrity worship, where they think when you have a lot of followers, you have a lot of subscribers on whatever platform you're at, then it's like you have this higher perceived status. When it's really now, it's like it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have or followers you have. But in multi-level marketing and in cults, especially multi-level marketing cults, they're so far behind anything that they're really missing that every single comment, every single creator, whether you have one follower or 100,000, it's doing a lot of damage to them. So why I'm saying this, why I'm like building this up about going with anti-MLMers who are too afraid to go after Amway, is there's so many of us have been in cults. It takes a lot for a victim, survivor to come forward. Not only do we have to overcome, I wrote a comment to this because there's, I think, Family First, and I can't remember the YouTube. I'm so sorry. If you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I forget it, but I subscribed to your channel today. NAAIP, is that what it is? Family First is getting like, they're being investigated in Oklahoma, and they're trying to get victims to come forward. And I wrote this, I'm like, not only do victims, survivors, have to go through the intimidation, the harassment, the cult response, the pushback from like their own company as they start to speak out, because it's not as simple as just speaking out on social media. You have to get to the point that you're even ready to, if you are ready at all. And a lot of people never are, and that is totally okay. You will get a lot of pushback, and it's not just as easy as, well, it's just the internet. It's like, no, well, like you're just in a cult that's been your whole world. Your mind has been fucked with. It's not as easy as just doing that, right? So it's like getting through that, and then you have to get through your own self-gaslighting. Like, oh, maybe there really is something wrong with me. Well, there was that time I didn't do that live video. I stopped. I should have gone for 4 years instead of 3.5 years. Maybe that would have been my breakthrough. It's like, no, that doesn't make sense. We have this internal shit going on. And then depending on, if you need to have therapy or not, like if you get it, if you have access to it, getting to that point, then you finally put yourself out there, and you have the fucking public saying shit like, well, nobody put a gun to your head, shit like that. It's like, it's no surprise that victims don't come forward, but there's a lot that do. And there's more and more people that are. So I'm kind of like half sourpuss and half optimist today anyway. I don't like sweet. I like salty. Okay. So back to this whole thing. This whole tangent is about why, anti-MLMers are too afraid to go after Amway, because intimidation, it's very easy to be intimidated by members of a cult. And when you're in a cult, and what I've seen by being in multi-level marketing, there's a huge sense of entitlement, and they expect to be, they believe that whatever they do and whatever they say is right. and that you owe them. And that's why I go out of my way to say, I owe you shit. You're not entitled to your opinion. If you're like, there's like victims that are coming forward to explain, the abuser does not have the right to share their side of the story. You have no fucking side of the story. You are not welcome here. So it's like, oh, you block and delete people. Yeah, I do. I do it all the time. I have no problem. But, you know, it's when you're like creating content, it can be very intimidating to do that when you want to have a platform where you want to encourage discussion, you want to encourage critical thinking and all that shit. So you have so many people with different approaches to making content. And then there's this intimidation and very real threat from these commercial cults to try to keep you silent. So, you know, I get it. I think one of the things that has helped me, I'm just going to put your comment up here because I think it's so good to this topic, is when I would see the first person I saw speaking about Ray Higdon was Nicole from Breaking Even Communications. And I really liked how she was doing it. And I felt, because at the time I still was like, oh, I don't want anybody to be mean to him. This was like before I'm like, he's a fucking asshole, right? But it's like, that's how you have to unpack and you have to heal. I didn't see a lot of things that I saw when I had even first left. I thought I had figured it out. And I was horrified when I look back at these different trainings. I'm like, I didn't see this at all. How did I not see this? This is monstrous, you know? But I saw her speaking out and she has no ties to this. She was never in Rank Makers. She never got coaching from him. And she was pointing out like, this is wrong. And I saw Mac Attack too. That was when I first learned that what I was doing was emotional manipulation. That was where I learned it from. First time I ever heard of it. I'm like, that's what I was doing all these years, doing a daily live video. So there's power, I think, when there's people who haven't been affiliated with a company like Amway, like I haven't, and you just don't give a fuck because you just don't care. There's also power when you have been within Amway and you know, the way you are creating content, that is also powerful. It's just coming at it from like facets of a diamond. They all glisten, they all shine. They're all like amazing. But I think like all of these reasons why people, you know, how they're choosing to speak out, what their goals are, how they want to have conversations or not, all of this plays a part. And fuck, it's Amway, you know? But I think it's going to change. I think more and more people are going to start talking about Amway. I know I am. And once it's out there on the internet, there's no going back. And the views just keep climbing up one at a time. It takes one person to hear one other person's story. It takes one person to read one person's comment. And it's like, I knew that person. They send them the link to the video. They start, I think that person is a hater. Listen, foul mouth language. My God, if she had applied any of this work ethic to her multi-level marketing company that she did with her triathlon training with our systems, oh, she would have been a triple 45D diamond. It just takes one piece of content, one comment, one anything. I think more will be popping up anyway. So I just went off on a total tangent. And that's what Heather C talks about Amway a lot. He does meetings to 2 a.m. Ronaldo endorsing Herbalife, like, come on. And this is why we have to challenge, like, when just because somebody has a lot of perceived influence doesn't mean that it gives us the right to just jettison our critical thinking. I found this person on Reddit. There was like this post. It's a person that's going to be doing research. They're going to interview people that have been in multi-level marketing, and they were going to like offer a payment for it. So I'm like, I got my critical thinking hat on now, because this was the person who I was before. I was skeptical. I was a critical thinker. I would be like, this is bullshit. I would also speak out when I saw things were wrong. I remember I was going after the CEO of Ironman, Andrew Messick, because he was a fucking cock, and he probably still is. Because the whole point was trying to get equal representation of women and men at the Ironman championships. You go to the Olympics, it's not a problem. But for Ironman, it was. So anyway, I remember this was my like pre-cult identity. I'm like losing my train of thought. I'm getting all fucking jacked up. Oh yeah, the celebrity endorsements about Ronaldo. I should keep it up here as a prompt. When you see someone who has like a blue check mark by their name, or they have like hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers, we just think like they're better than. That is the tendency. Or you see a celebrity and it's not good. It's okay to like someone or admire in them and that, but you're like, I see a general tendency for people to leave their critical thinking behind and just glom on, be like, and so enamored and enthralled in a similar way to like what we are in multi-level marketing, to just these people to not think. And it doesn't mean that they're bad people, but it doesn't mean it's not black and white, but it doesn't mean that you can't question them and say, that's wrong. You've made a big mistake. And it's like, just because they have 45 million followers and you have 2, that means they're right. No, it doesn't at all. That's why I purchased the blue check mark on Instagram, to fuck with people, right? And I talk about it like this because it gives your comments added weight, and it shouldn't give your comments added weight. If you have like 3 subscribers or 300,000 subscribers, yes, like there's, you get better at content and all that shit, but like the core as a human, you have value regardless of all this stuff. So anyway, this is one of my other tangents anyway. I hope this is making sense. Then this is alive. So this is what you get when it's alive. Port Adelaide says, the fear of Amway began when they closed down Welcome to Life. I would love to see you do a video on Welcome to Life. That is going to be next. So I start my set of night shifts now. I'll be going to work tonight. But my next live, I want to do a watch party to that. That's what I want to do. I thought that would be cool. And Fernando A says, yes, go Portuguese anti-MLM creators. Mark says, cults want all of you. Clowntown. I also recommend Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. Thank you for that recommendation. I didn't say the author's name because I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I have no poker face. Melissa says, also part of the issue with covering Amway is that they don't have a lot of current content out there. They keep things very much inside their bubble. And I have something to show you. Thanks for reminding me that. Okay, Melissa, thank you for reminding me this. I'm going to show you because I found this. This is hilarious. So this is how Amway isn't a pyramid scheme, according to Amway. When you see this, and you let me know if they address why Amway isn't a pyramid scheme. Isn't that the weirdest thing? It's like Amway is not a pyramid scheme. Amway has great products. We have tight core values, efficacy. Amway is great people. It's like Amway does not know the definition of a pyramid scheme. Doesn't address it all. 46-second video right there. Clowntown says, that's the Mary Kay problem. Oh, Mary Kay is similar. They don't have a lot of social media content. Target kicked Amway out of the stores. Thank goodness. Mac Attack rules. Mac Attack does rule. Except for me. I put zero trust in famous people. Lesson learned the heartbreaking way. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, so I was going on my tangent here about like critical thinking. So anyway, I wrote to this professor and I just sent an email and said, I'd be interested in participating in your study, but I don't want to be paid for it. And I don't care if other people do because like they've got this grants or funding, but I don't want to. And I said, I have to ask, are you affiliated with the Direct Sellers Association? And are you planning to use survivors' stories to legitimize multi-level marketing? And she got back to me and she's like, no, I'm not a part of this. I've never been a part of MLM. So that was good. And then she like sent me like her like credentials or whatever. And so then I noticed like in this consent form as well, it was like I'm collecting or like, interviewing subjects with their experiences as direct sellers. And so I wrote back and I said, this looks great. However, I just need to let you know that it's not actually direct sellers. When we're in multi-level marketing, we're not direct sellers. That's another example of words that multi-level marketing has taken and redefined. And this is what cults do. But we're not direct sellers. And she was good. She's like, I'm going to make a change to that. So then I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'll do this thing. So that's going to be scheduled. But before, like when I was in multi-level marketing, I would never think to do that. I was like, no, don't question. There's something wrong with you. Like, you know, now it's like, no, you can question things and it's okay if you don't like the answer. Something else I've enjoyed doing has been having healthy disagreements and feeling safe to do it. I can be like, I can disagree with people and it's not a big deal. It's like, okay. And then we just move on. It's such a nice feeling to feel safe and disagree. Like, it's so cool. Root into Being says, yeah, you assume they have vetted the product or company or that they actually use the product. And it's like, it's like it preys on people's naivety and just believing in the good in people. And that's good. It's like the Jewel song. I'm sensitive and I want to stay that way. It's a beautiful attribute, but it can be used to manipulate us. Clowntown says, LOL, I only know it because my dad was like, read Cialdini. Okay. No way they have a verified YouTube video. Many of the pyramid schemes shut down by the FTC had products. Exactly. But Amway doesn't need to go into that because, you know, they just have to make things difficult to understand. But it's like, oh, that's right. Amway has products. Clowntown says, damn, they didn't even address recruiting at all. Doesn't address anything. No multi-level marketing company and no multi-level marketing coach ever addresses what Robert Fitzpatrick talks about. The pay to play, endless chain recruitment, recruiting mandate, and extreme money transfer from the bottom to the top. None of them do. They all talk about, they'll give weird examples of people who were never in multi-level marketing who made it big, like bands, basketball players, actors. It's like they worked at something. Take any individual who worked hard for 30 years and they became a success is like, that's the exact same as being multi-level marketing. Not. Root into Being says, we love a pronunciation guide. Thanks, Clowntown. Melissa says, yeah, that did nothing to convince me they're not a pyramid scheme. I know. And there's, you know, when people start waking up, they start realizing, they see this, they're like, wait a second, this doesn't make any sense. It's like, no, it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your mindset. It's meant to not make sense. And by making it confusing, they make it like, oh, there's something wrong with you that you don't understand it. But that makes absolutely no sense. Amway is a pyramid scheme. Amway birthed all these other pyramid schemes. Clown. So I think it's also when you have smaller, I don't like the term smaller creator, larger creator. It's the same as on TikTok. A creator is a creator. The number of followers is irrelevant. Your voice is extremely important, no matter how many followers, which is such a weird word anyway, or subscribers, whatever you have. A lot of these companies, they just are like, oh, you're not a threat. If you don't have a lot, it's like, they just don't realize. They don't realize. Okay. Root into Being says, yep, taking everyday terminology and making it mean something totally different. Melissa, yeah, I rose by any other name and all that crap. Clowntown says, Amanda Montell wrote all about how cults use language to do their thing. I haven't read her book yet about it, but all her interviews have taught me a lot. Oh, that's good. Clowntown, Oprah didn't get famous until. That's the last thing I wanted to show you. Okay, so I think that's all that I wanted to show you. I'll pull up that book again. Maybe I can show you like a little bit from the book. There's just like so many parts in here when I'm reading it. I'm like, are you kidding me? So when he wrote this book initially, he used a pseudonym of John Jacob, but then he decided, fuck it, I'm using my real name. And it's Eric Schiebler. So here is, there we go. Table of contents. Look at Going for Broke. Oh man, it's just wild. You can see if you've been in multi-level marketing, you're going to see your experience echoed in this. This is where they're like talking to all Amway distributors and friends trying to reach people, you know. Oh, this is it here. I distinctly remember feeling, so this is like this upline named Zach Walters, the diamond guy. This is the guy who's going to get them wealthy. This gave me goosebumps in a not pleasant way. I distinctly remember feeling that they spoke of him with an unnatural level of respect. See, it's like bolded. I'm like, fuck, that's it. It was as if they thought he were godlike. That's multi-level marketing right there. That's multi-level marketing. Like in uplines, that's like you'll see Q Sciences, the CEO, the servant leaders pouring into you. That's multi-level marketing coaches. Unnatural level of respect. It is unnatural. And the word's godlike, you know. And I interviewed my friend Jenny Domingo she was also in Rank Makers with me. She was describing that too. She says he was like Jesus. That is unnatural. I also learned another word, and I don't know which interview I was listening to, but they named it spiritual abuse. And I thought that was an interesting term too. Amway hired Bob Hope. Here, Clowntown. I completely agree with that. I was just saying it on DC's channel. People forget that 400 people following your content is a lot. Yes. 10 people is a lot. Like one person, it's a lot. Like it's easy to get discouraged because you have, you know, if people have different goals, you know, they want to grow, and I get that. But the work that you're doing is so important. You don't know. It's like in multi-level marketing, you plant the seed, you don't know when it's going to sprout. And there is truth in that. Fuck. Clowntown. Janet Jackson just performed at the paparazzi convention. Disney does collabs with Scentsy. Janet Jackson. Any celebrity, if you happen to come across this video, and I have no fucking idea why you would, but you might, who knows? Maybe you're like, you know what? I like that middle finger thing in the background of this. What am I watching about Amway? I suggest you take a gander at Ponzinomics, this book right here. And just, you know what? You like to learn about what's going on in the world? Just this. Just read this before you book anything with a multi-level marketing company. And you'll never book with them again, ever, you know, unless you have no soul and you're like, fuck it, I don't care, I'll just get paid. But Clowntown says, oh yeah, Erica says, and Planet Fitness promotes Optavia. I know. Like Planet Fitness, come on. Really? More and more people are waking up to this. And what's going to happen is trying to get the stink of MLM off you. It's like old kit that I would train in. And the BO doesn't come out ever. It's just over years of wearing your favorite race shirts, cycling kits. It fucking stinks. And you can put on anything you want. You can soak it in vinegar. You can add vinegar to the wash. You can do baking soda. You can try anything. The stink is there. And the stink of like these companies' affiliations with multi-level marketing is not going to age well. And it's not going to help them in the long run. That's what I predict. Because these people are cult survivors, and they're just starting to it's starting to just become mainstreamed. People are feeling safe enough to talk about it. Documentaries are coming out. This is just in the last few years. It's only going to grow. More stories are coming out. And these companies are like, oh, well, I'm just going to get affiliated with you. You really want to? Because this isn't going to play out well for you. Clowntown. Speaking of unnatural respect, what's your thoughts on Stuart leaving Mon8 with absolutely no goodbyes from the reps? That's really weird to me. I know when I was in Mon8, I never was, I never understood the adoration of him. Like he always, thank God there was that, because I certainly didn't have that with Ray. I was totally fucking like enthralled. But with Stuart, I'm like, what the fuck do people see in him? Even when he was, when they were, I think I talked about this in another video, when they were releasing this protein powder and they were like zooming in slowly on him in the gym with the ropes. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So it doesn't surprise me that nobody had any goodbyes from the reps, because I know when I was in, like, even like my uplines, nobody cared about him. He was like just as much as of a goof, like perceived on the inside from my perception and my team as he is outside, you know. He didn't have that thrall factor that other CEOs seem to have on companies. That's my take on it. Megan says, say it isn't so, Jen. I know Janet do better. Stop, Tavia. I know Janet. Black Cat 9 lives. Short days, long nights. Don't. Stop it. They paid Clinton $700,000. And you know, there's people that are like within multi-level marketing that leave. They leave and they have all this. They could continue to stay and they leave because they can't live with themselves. Because they're like, I have one life to live. I can't. I have to be able to live with myself. And the money isn't worth it. No amount of money is worth selling your soul. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you about that Kristen Boss next. Okay, I just finished the first season of the Dream podcast. Jane Marie is so good to dig through the MLMs and tells compelling stories how it is a scam. There's also a part about the Amway trial. Thank you for that. Can't wait till the next season is released because Erin Bees is on it and so is Jennifer Ryla. Jada says, I was doing a degree in human resources and being a servant leader was one of the things talked about in a positive way, but it wasn't the same thing as how MLM use it. Yeah, this is what I'm still dealing with is that fallout. These are the concepts that are taken and are taught in multi-level marketing and twisted and distorted. And then, so they existed before. They existed and they weren't invented by multi-level marketing. This is why I have a hard time when people are like, well, aren't you grateful? Like, take the positive out of it. I didn't need to be abused in order to be grateful for that abuse. Fuck no. Did you learn anything useful? I don't fucking think I did. I mean, it'd really be a stretch. These things existed already outside before multi-level marketing. Just because I happen to get sucked in and I happen to learn it from them. Why do I have to be grateful for that? I don't have to fucking be grateful for that. You know? I don't know. I got a lot of strong feelings. But this is something that's hard because so many people are unaware that these things existed beforehand, only learning them in multi-level marketing, only to find out it exists and it's completely a different definition. It's used in a different way. And it's really hard to relearn that because you got to let this other stuff go. But then you think, oh, well, there was good. You know, there has to be good. I have to find meaning in my experience. There has to be a purpose. Why? Why does there have to be an explanation? Maybe it's just fucking shit and you should just let it go. Melissa says, Stuart enjoyed the adoration from the reps way too much and it always gave me the ick. Yeah. So weird. They made it seem like they idolized him. And maybe they did. Maybe this was just one of the things where it was really happening. And it was happening with a lot of people. And I happened to be in that category of person where it didn't happen. But that's not saying that it didn't happen. So I want to make sure. Meanwhile, Megan Dessart has been in 10 MLMs. Megan, oh God, Megan, if you happen to watch this too, look at Megan. I hope that one day that you choose to do the right thing. You've been through a lot in your life and you're very smart. But it's no longer rational or acceptable to just call everyone a hater. This is problematic, and this isn't how you run a business. When you made a career out of going from multi-level marketing company to multi-level marketing company to multi-level marketing company and not giving the full information, purposefully deceiving people, there's only so many times that you can tell people that they're haters or they're uncoachable or recycle what Ray has taught you and coached. It's the same one-liners. It's the same thought-stopping cliches. It's not efficacious anymore. It's not acceptable. It's not an acceptable way to run a business by calling people haters. It sounds like limiting beliefs, you know. I hope you get out one day, and I hope you choose to do the right thing. MLM is fraud. Damn, how much of this have I missed? I showed that Merchants of Deception website, and I it's kind of like at the end. I'm going to show another rep right now, but this isn't affiliated with Amway. But I've only been on for I've only been on for like an hour and 10 minutes. MLM Fraud says, well done, Julie. It's great to see someone finally talking about this book. Yes, and I made a shit ton of content on Instagram today too. I made 2 reels, and I played that audio clip of Dextrer Yager talking about gays and queers, and he's being homophobic and just horrible. So I played that in its full, and I've got that. I posted that in my Instagram stories and Facebook stories too, so other creators could, get those links and go and make content as well. So it's out there now, and hopefully more and more people will start speaking out about it. Clowntown says, period. There doesn't always have to be a lesson. Yeah, that's what I think. Elaine says, I want to know what he is doing now. Yeah, well, he went from Arbonne to Mon8. And so I wonder where he's going to go next. Oh, no, wait. No. Forgive me. Arbonne to the Ponzi scheme that was Telex free, and then to Mon8. So if he's going to do this like checkerboard kind of move, my prediction would be he'll probably go to a Ponzi scheme again. McMillan, that's his last name. Melissa says, if your only defense is your hater, then you have no defense. Nikita, hello. Nikita, hi. First time on your live chat. Found you through Marco's channel. I think you're hilarious. Keep on doing God's work. MLMs must be stopped. Past MLM representative. Thank you so much, Nikita. And yeah, Marco is awesome. And good for you for getting out of multi-level marketing. It's a big deal. I like that you hashtag that. Clowntown's like you. Okay, so now I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull up my Instagram, and I'm going to show you. Oh, fuck. I don't know if I can even do this. How the hell? Actually, I think I can. I should have been more prepared. I kind of did this at the last minute. So it's this multi-level marketing coach. And she's like another example. It's like, I do it kinder. We need to spam people. Don't send out cold messages. We do it differently, blah, blah, blah. It's that whole take on it. And it's fucking hilarious though, this live. And I don't believe this is where I'm at in my arc of healing. I really believe that she doesn't know what she's doing. And I could be totally fucking wrong. It's the same way as I'm always hoping that Megan Dessart wakes up. I hope that they can. And maybe it's just a fool's hope, but the way she's talking, I'm like, does she really believe what she's saying? Or is she so far deep in that she thinks that this makes sense, because she's describing a pyramid scheme. She's defrauding people. This isn't ethical. She posts on her Instagram that she has, my values and ethics aren't for sale. An MLM coach posts this. All these people are loving it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like laughing, but I'm also like, I feel so complicated about this because I'm like, I don't think you really know what the fuck you're talking about, but you're scamming people and that's not okay. So I'm going to point out what she's doing here. Let's see if I can, I've got to get her up. It always Instagram looks different on my computer, right? Kristen Boss. All right. Okay. I'm going to pull this up. It's fucking hilarious. Okay. Let's get this rolling here. Oh, wrong one. Just wait. This is my mad StreamYard skills here. I finally figured out that I can toggle between tabs without closing windows and then adding the screen again. I can just hit share this tab instead. Okay, so this is the Kristen Boss, top coach for social sellers. But notice in brackets, it shows network marketing. That's what NWM stands for. The Social Selling Academy trademark. So this is more bullshit. Okay, so this is the first post. This is hilarious. My values and ethics are not for sale. But this is the video we're going to take a look at. I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but this is the dumpster fire. So this is what I gather. Okay. And Clowntown says, glad you're out, Nikita. Melissa says, welcome, Nikita. So what I believe this is about is there's a new scam about selling courses, and it's appealing to people that are in multi-level marketing, because as we know, most people are losing money. Over 99% of people have to lose money for the very small percentage of people at the top to make a lot of money. That's the only way this business model works. It's not a business model. See, I just said the same thing. It's so easy to get those words. It's not a business model the same way as a Ponzi scheme isn't a business model. This is how these frauds work. This is how these money laundering schemes work. I think so somebody sells a course. They don't really say what this course is about. It's supposed to be about building your business online. Same old, same old. But the special different thing about this course is that you have the resale rights to it, master resale rights, like master baker. And then you can turn around and sell this course for the same price and make 100% profit. So all these people that are in multi-level marketing that aren't making a lot of money are like clamoring after this, but also people that are at the top of their multi-level marketing companies because they see opportunity. They're like, I've got a large following. I've got a lot of influence. I can sell this stuff because already I'm in multi-level marketing. Everybody's brainwashed. They're going to say whatever they're going to buy whatever I say. It's going to take very little prodding. I could just drip on them in a few videos and groups and then another challenge, and they're going to buy this. And it might be like $497, something like that. So people are purchasing this but it's interfering with these multi-level marketing coaches, their income, right? So this particular multi-level marketing coach who I really hope that you don't know what you're doing. And I really hope that you do wake up, because what's going on, what's coming out of your mouth, you are explaining what a pyramid scheme is. You are upholding pyramid schemes. You are defrauding people by selling them courses that don't work, that will never change the statistics, the loss rates, the financial horror, the spiritual manipulation in multi-level marketing. And it is across multi-level marketing. So, okay, let's just get into this. I'll kind of like fast forward it a little bit so we don't have to watch. But it's funny because this, the way she starts it, it's so intense. It's like, I'm going to talk about this. Like, it's like the most serious thing ever. All these multi-level marketers are so dramatic. I was dramatic too when I was in. Okay, let's get this going on. Let's look at this. 23,500 plays, 692 comments. And then we're going to see some of the comments. I'm going to fast forward. It's like this dramatic pause at the beginning. Just like, how do I fast? Oh no, please don't tell me I can't fast forward this. There's no sound. No. How come I can't fast forward this?
Hi, friends. Hi.
Oh, I think it takes like 6 minutes to get in.
Getting a lot of people on right now. We're going to talk about it.
Let's just watch.
I've been sitting on this for, I don't know, about a week. And at first I was like, I'm not going to give this any attention. Doesn't deserve any attention. I don't want to highlight it.
This is so funny. Just imagine Ray getting this serious about this. Is exactly the same way, because this is their saying. They're both coaches, right? Is like fucking hat on. Hello, Gabby. How are you? Okay. I'm so sorry. I wish I could have figured out how to fast forward this, but I don't know how to do it.
But I have a platform and I am a leader. And when I built this platform, I built it on a message. I built it on a message of sustainability. I built it on a message of anti-hustle. I built it on a message of ethical marketing. And frankly, I'm disgusted. I care about this industry a lot. And y'all, I haven't even bothered putting on my lashes yet today.
Wow, holy shit. She's serious if she hasn't put on her lashes yet. This is the thing. It says gloves are off and I'm having the conversation, addressing the elephant in the room, using the word ethics and like loving the industry. It's not an industry. It's a fraud. It's a scam. What David Breer has taught me, it's a criminogenic enterprise. And this is like, I will block, report, and delete any users who promote inside this thread. We aren't having it. It's like, this is so funny. You'll see them like going after each other. So there's like people, the reason why this is really important to see is that people within different multi-level marketing companies will go to a multi-level marketing coach. So it's no longer just like, if you're all in Amway, you're going to an Amway coach, or you're, in Herbalife, you're going to an Herbalife. You'll have people from like all different companies that are like glomming onto her, just like they've like glommed onto Ray or glommed onto Bob, glommed onto whoever. And so that's why this is important, because now it's like she's going to be pissing off people that are within all different multi-level marketing companies. And it's going to be wild to see how this plays out. Because a lot of these people will be like, yeah, you should go. These uplines that are making like a lot of money because they're at the top of the pyramid, and then they're doing this new scam. They're going to be like, yeah, you should totally go to her. But then they're going to be like, you shouldn't get coaching from her. There's going to be so much fallout. But then it's like this, she's positioning herself just like Ray would, like, I'm so above this. I'm so full of integrity. I'm different. My coaching is so different. It's more ethical. I'm going to say things I say the truth. I say things you don't want to hear. I'm so different. I'm so fucking different. You're not different at all. You're the exact same scammer. And I hope you stop doing it.
Because I'm still struggling to find the words, but we're going to make this educational. If you are going to defend yourself in the comments, if you are going to come after my people in the comments with your roadmap to business ashes, you will find yourself blocked, reported, and deleted so fast.
Who are you going to report it to? This is so funny. This is because of that weird course thing. Like, this multi-level marketing coach is so heated because of this. Like, they're going to war. Can you imagine if this is like the downfall of multi-level marketing, is this weird fucking shit that's going on? You're going to be who are you going to be reporting to? Remathy Higathan. What did Glenn say? Ray is just a copycat Dextrer Yager. Nothing more and nothing less. You're right, Glenn. It's taken me a while to understand more about Amway, and to start digging into the tool scam, into realizing what it's a part of. I've just scratched the surface. But I see now that all of these coaches are just a very poor, diluted, wet noodle copy of Dextrer Yager. And this individual is the same way. It's like this. It's so funny. This outrage. It's so funny.
What is going on? Right now, there is a digital course out there.
This is it.
Being sold for $497. And I am sure.
Okay, so that's what it is. There's a digital course being sold for $497. So this is that course that I was telling you about. I haven't really looked into it that much because I really don't give a shit, but I'm like kind of drawn at, I still kind of give a shit because I want to learn more about it, but that's what I'm doing. Like, Julie, just stop it and press play.
I'm getting tagged by people that are selling it, wanting to share it with their friends and be like, look, Kristen Boss is talking about it. We're freaking talking about it. And
right?
Honestly, I don't care. I warned my team today. I said, listen, if my business suffers, if it goes down, don't care. Because if this is where the industry is going, I'll close my doors faster than you can believe.
Fucking right.
Okay, here's the thing.
Fucking rights.
There's this digital course going around. The original creators was called Roadmap to Riches. And any business model, you have to always look at, what is the ascension plan? What is the plan for recurring revenue? And
here it comes. There's a reason why it's important to get through this stuff. I wish I could have fast forwarded up to this point, but this is so important for you to see this, especially for people waking up from being in multi-level marketing and purchasing additional coaching from people like this individual.
This course, while it could share valuable tools, valuable skills about digital marketing, great. Course, not a problem. I don't have a problem with a course. You want to put your intellectual property and your sweat, blood, and tears into building a course with your knowledge and proof of concept, fine, sell it. But we're not selling a course. What is actually being sold is resale rights. That is the highest commodity with it. And what it is people are buying it and saying, and they're being told, hey, learn all these skills to grow your network marketing business, to automate. And by the way, you get resale rights and you get to turn around and sell it for $497 for 100% profit. I can see the lure of this for network marketers. I can see why people are running to this, because they're like, oh, well, I only make 30% commission in my company and I want 100% commission. You get it once. People buy from you and that's it. Your lead is gone and done. There is no recurring revenue. That's it. What you are watching people do is do a one-time, they're cashing in on their audience. So those that have a lot of trust built with their audience, those that have a large following, especially those that are influential in the network marketing and social selling space, you're watching them cash out big. You're watching.
Look at her disgust. It's so fucking ironic. She's got to look in the mirror here. She's like so outraged, cashing in on their audience. Just wait till you see some of these comments. Okay, I got to stop because the best part is coming.
Watching them cash out big. And they're able to say, like, is the money legit? Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure somebody's making like 40K selling to a very hot audience, but they make it once. They don't make it again. It's not recurring. It's not sustainable. Nobody seems to be asking what happens 6 months from now when everybody is selling the same thing. Imagine selling this to somebody who has 600,000 followers. They're now your direct competitor and they're putting you out of business.
Boom! Right there! I can't even fucking believe it. So I had recorded that. What happens in 6 months when you sell it to everybody and they're your direct competitor? That is what happens in multi-level marketing. That's a pyramid scheme. And she's an MLM coach. It's just right out there. Isn't this wild? It's fucking wild. So then you look at someone like Megan Dessart, that any multi-level marketing person that has gone from company to company to company, and they think they're really special because they've invited to become a founder and they just are benefiting. So they never think to question. They just are so filled with that toxic positivity, and they can't think that because they are having success and they have money that it must be right. They cannot, because they're in a cult. They cannot they can't stop talking about themselves. First off, they cannot look at what their team is doing without blaming them. So like, it's just wild that she said that. I just couldn't believe it. And I was like, holy fuck. So then I was like looking at the comments, and the comments do not disappoint. Wait till you see this. So this person says, all sold by people who are currently on their second, third, and fourth MLMs after trying to burn down their first one and all the people in it. Their original customers and builders who trusted them, the ones who supported them, and the businesses they built from the actual ground up must have run out. So sad watching this. Let's bring integrity and real grit and hard work serving others back. Look at this, 182 likes. Every person at the top of a multi-level marketing company has been in second, 3, 4, 5, or Megan, 10, 11, 12 multi-level marketings. All of them have tried to burn down their first one. All of them take their downlines with them. This happens in multi-level marketing. This is why you see people rank up so quickly. This is why you see the same people at the top of multi-level marketing company after multi-level marketing company. That one video I did about Bravenly, and I did that section called The Great Plexidus. All those representatives all resigned the first week of June this year from Plexus to join Bravenly. And all of a sudden, miraculously, there's all these lineups. They're describing, this is the most, I don't know, baffling, mesmerizing case of cognitive dissonance that I have seen yet since I have left multi-level marketing. There's probably other ones out there, but for me, I'm less like, holy shit, I can't even believe this. So I'm going to read some of the other comments here. And it might be on here. This one says it's the literal definition of a pyramid scheme. It's sad, but they'll have to learn from themselves. They fucking say, like, do you see this? This is the power of a cult. You do not see, when you're in a cult, you do not see you're in a cult. You will say everybody else is. They will see that this is, no, your multi-level marketing company is the literal definition of the cult. Saying that this is the literal definition, what is? Let us know. 47 likes. With 47 of these people, write down what you think the literal definition of a pyramid scheme is. You won't be able to because you are in a commercial cult. I hope to God you get out. Look at this. I'm in it for the long haul. My customers deserve it. If you're jumping ship, are you truly serving your customers? Look at this. She's a fucking coach. I don't even know her background. It's probably the same as Bob and Ray, though. They just failed at multi-level marketing. They're like, fuck it, I'm going to be a coach and sell courses. That's what she's doing. And then you look at people that have jumped from multi-level marketing company to multi-level marketing company. They're serving their customers, you guys. It's because God put it on their heart. It was God's fault. You can't argue about God. You can call me a hater, but God told me that this is the way. So look at people like say it louder for the people in the back. Isn't this just the weirdest thing? Red flags all around in this one. As soon as I saw people sharing this income opportunity, I pumped the brakes. There's no longevity or purpose behind that biz. Sorry, not sorry. Again, fucking total accurate description of multi-level marketing. It is wild. I'm really hoping that people start waking up from this. This is like, there was somebody that had put on here, oh, I agree. Like, I had spent money on your coaching, your courses, but it's really good. I know it's going to pay off. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's something I would have said. What happens when I add these and then it's, look at wait. It's not an actual get rich quick easy button. Spot on here. Short-sighted and energy would be better spent elsewhere. Also, that content will be outdated with the next wave of app updates. Describing this, the Kristen Boss's method right there. It's so wild. Look at that. That's all I got today. I'm going to be busy blocking people, reporting people, because that's what you do in cults. You're like, Julie, you just say that you do the same thing. I do, but I don't give a fuck. You do give a fuck. You very much give a fuck. Okay, look at this. I love the transparency and the real raw emotion. Thank you for the information and helping us to understand this. Look at this. This is so brutal. My stories are filled with this, and I'm annoyed as a network marketing customer. So look at this. This is important too, because people that purchase products don't think that they're affected by these cult tactics, but this person isn't even a distributor. They're purchasing something. I wonder what they're purchasing. And they're commenting on a multi-level marketing coach. They're getting sucked in slowly. You're just being fucking groomed. You're like, oh, fuck, I love these Scentsy wax melts. Jesus Christ, you don't even understand. And then you get to the point where you're scrolling and you're commenting on a multi-level marketing coach, like you're getting in. You're going to be selling before you know it. It's so icky, and it's not the content I want to see or consume. Look at this. Who honestly, do you say that you consume my content? Nobody fucking talks like that. The only people that say that are in multi-level marketing. You know it's true. Clowntown says, oh my God, that's Annie Hauser, top young living rep. No way. Really? Oh, fuck. See, there's tea in this live. Like, you think it's just Amway, but it's like all the stars. It's like in the Dark Crystal. And then the fucking, there's the Skeksis. And they're like, and it's like all the things line up. It's like it's all happening right now. TC says, yep, recruiting your own competition proves that selling a product is just for show in MLM. Valen Gus says, integrity, you're a royal crown diamond in young living. This is fucking hilarious. So you have these people who are apparently bigwigs. They're out their panties in a twist right now. Oh, fuck. They're selling a course for $497. Well, you know what you would be much better doing is getting back to work and recruiting people and prospecting. You know, pour this energy into something more productive. This sounds like a scarcity mindset. You know what? If it's only a one and done thing, $497, why do you feel so threatened by that? Actually, I think you're manifesting this. Your downline replicates your behavior, Annie Hauser. I think, honestly, typically when people say exactly what you just said, they usually sign up for my next course. Interestingly enough, I'm also offering one on high altitude potatoes. My course is only $697. No refunds. I block and report and delete. This is going to be a hard conversation for you to have, but if you want to really level up, you want to buy my course. Melissa says they're so close, so close. Yes, Mark says Julie's the perfect upline. Melissa says I consumed some caramel donuts earlier. Can you imagine typing this out though? But this is what happens. I would type shit like this out before. So I've started unfollowing people who I may have purchased from in the past or the future. Okay, this just is bullshit. I couldn't pinpoint why it felt so off to me, but you nailed it. We'll be glad when this dies down. My friend, you're like, you're not my fucking friend. I know. But my friend, you are in a commercial cult. You are purchasing from a number of commercial cults, and you are already on your way to becoming a distributor. You're already speaking the language, and it's disturbing. Okay. What is this? Look at, you are the GOAT. Thank you for saying it loud and proud. I don't know. Is this supposed to be impressive, an impressive show of strength? I don't know. Maybe it's because I was fucking coached by Ray for 5 years, and having him every other day screaming about Nazi concentration camps desensitizes a person. I don't know. That's probably my fucking problem. I'm really fucked up. Okay. This is the one I want you to see too. My values and ethics are not for sale. So look at this. I don't care how bruised I get in this fight. I'm not backing down. It's an arena day today. So there's a boxing emoji, a flame, hands clapping. It's like, I'm fucking fire. It's an arena day. Like, what are you fighting for? Like, you're scamming people. You're scamming people, and it's horrible. I would say it's even worse than this master resale or whatever this thing is. I went to bed. Oh, here we go. Bringing God into it. Here's the spiritual abuse. I went to bed with a heavy heart last night and prayed, God, help me. Grant me clarity and courage. And I got both. I got the fight and I've got the fire. I woke up with such clarity and thought, today we go to the front lines. This is what happens in a cult. Keep in mind, what the fuck are you buying? So Young Living, you're buying oils. Monat, you're buying shampoo. Arbonne, you're buying fizz sticks. Saint, you're buying makeup. You're going to go on the front lines. So this is what you're going to see. You join up with multi-level marketing. How bad can it be? Really, Julie, is it that bad? I'm just going to like give my neighbor's daughter $25 to just buy something and help her out. It's like she's going to be going to war. She's going to be using God. She's going to be perceiving enemies because somebody is buying a course for $497. At this point, you might be asking yourself, what in the fuck? Exactly. Don't spend the $25 for your neighbor's daughter. Go take her out for dinner instead. Or just say, no, I don't support multi-level marketing companies. Look at this. So today I put the gloves on. There are people who want to silence me. They can try. Nobody gives a fuck. You're silencing yourself. Do I have an agenda? Who are the people that want to silence you? If this is the these multi-level marketing companies and these coaches, it's like they're these factories of self-absorption, and they feel this level of self-importance and grandiosity. Like nobody gives a fuck. This is a joke. What you're doing is a joke. It's laughable. And it's also damaging to people. Look at this. Do I have an agenda? Hell yes, I do. Protecting the reputation of the industry I serve. Oh my God. The number of messages I'm getting from people who spent their last $497 on a course where the content could be found on YouTube makes my blood boil. I wonder if it's the same kind of content that you offer in your bullshit courses, which are ineffective and will do nothing to help people grow their multi-level marketing business. Does that make your blood boil too? No, it's because they're cutting in on your scam. What about the people that spent their last $97 to sign up with It Works when they were homeless and pregnant, like the CEO of Bravely Global now, who is within It Works, Aspen Emery. She liked to brag about that story. Have you been homeless and pregnant and your grandmother just died and you're pregnant? Oh, you should spend your last $97 to join a multi-level marketing company. You wouldn't have any problem if they spent their last $497 on one of your bullshit courses, and her prices are just as fucking out there and exorbitant as all these other MLM coaches are. A single mom crying in my DMs because she spent her last dollars and realized it wasn't. She thought, wow, did you give her a discount on your course? You're going to make her, because it's really going to help her out, right? That's what I'm doing. And I do it for fucking free. I don't charge anything. Hearing of leaders exploiting their teams and promising 10K in 10 days. Every multi-level marketing coach, every multi-level marketing company, maybe not this specifically, but do a 90-day run. In 3 months, you should be able to achieve this rank. You can't silence me. Nobody gives a fuck. Say what you want. I'm speaking out. Oh, we know. Petty clapbacks only make you look guilty. People getting mad at me. It's because I'm educating people. She's lost her nut. It's just fucking wild. It's just wild to me. All right. They go way too deep for being a salesperson. Hello, Ange. I know it's like, I'm going to war. It's like, you're this upset. You need to turn off your phone. You want to see hardship? It is not in like this bullshit, fake virtual world that's on social media. What the fuck are you doing? This is so stupid. God called. He said, please don't drag him into this. Melissa. But if they spent their last $497 to join your MLM, you'd be singing a different tune. Well, that's because our multi-level marketing company is so much different. We sell high altitude potatoes in this one. That last company I was with, no. I thought it was good, but I had to pray on it. It was on my heart for so many days. And I prayed about it. I went to bed and I woke up. I got courage and I got fire. I'm speaking out. You can't silence me. Holy fuck. Melissa, and if they're in your MLM being so successful, why is it their last $497? What a good point. And doesn't that reflect more on you and your opportunity? That was a good one. Fuck. I should have had my Jason Bourne thing. I'm getting all jacked up now. And just like potatoes. Audioquag Gaming says hello from Calgary. Hello. Okay, so I wanted to read you some of these. Look, if you're with me, tell me in the comments and please tag your friends. I wonder if she'll reach out to them or her virtual assistant will to sell them a discount on a course that she's going to be doing or collecting that information in the future to reach out to these people. I'm curious. Okay, look at this is okay. The thing is, I get it. I get needing another income stream. I get watching your business crumble before your eyes, even though you're showing up more than you ever been because you're in a pyramid scheme. And if I hadn't seen your video, I might have looked into it more and even done it. It's preying on those of us who are already vulnerable and second guessing ourselves. They are people are seeing this. I hope to God they wake up. Look at this. This one is fucking brutal too. There are some MLM leaders who have told me personally, I ranked up 3 times in a week. Okay. But you had a successful blog for several years before that and over 22,000 followers. So don't tell me I can do it too when we're starting at 2 completely different spots. Look at that. Fuck, you can't even see that because I fucked it up. That's what that says. That blows my mind. This could be written. I could have written this. Any anti-MLM creator could have been talking about this. This is what every multi-level marketing company does. They say it's a level playing field. They say you might have to work more to grow your network. Maybe somebody does have more, but that doesn't mean anything because this is a level playing field for all. But you're like, wait a second, you just said that it did mean something. Other people do have a better network than me. No, I'm going to say contradictory statements to confuse you. The cognitive dissonance. This is cognitive dissonance. Oh, look at this. This is now it's just like people wanting to they want that social acceptance. It's like, okay, there's somebody that is appearing to have an opinion and like a strong opinion about something, and I want to be on the right side of this. So like I would do shit like this. Look at, thank you for this. I thought about buying this not to sell, but because I wanted the content training to sell my ebook. But then I realized it would completely wreck my credibility to share about it. And I'm so glad I didn't buy it. From the beginning, something about it has felt icky and weird to me. Your credibility will be destroyed by being in an MLM. Oh, and this is something else I learned about Amway from listening to an interview, is that they would tell international students that it was okay to sign up as an IBO, as an Amway distributor. Only years later, when they go to apply for like immigration status or whatever, they're like, no, you were an MLM rep. No way. You got to get that shit sorted out. And they like, these lawyers are like, holy fuck, nope, I can't help you out with that. And Amway didn't tell them. They were like, well, it's not really that big a deal. Of course, they just want your money and they just want to recruit you so then they can rank up and then pressure you to buy products and more personal development bullshit. So then you can rank up and they can rank up, and it goes on and on and on. And they've done this with a lot of people. It felt icky and weird. It's like being in an MLM is icky and weird. Grateful for you. I know of someone who is selling that course who admitted she already knew everything in it, yet is still selling it. Integrity matters, friends. Like any of this Kristen Boss's bullshit will be recycled garbage. Any of her fucking shit. I could look at anything. I could see already. It's just more bullshit. Is this the MRR thing I'm seeing everywhere right now? Even uplines are doing this and creating new Insta pages to get on board with this. Well, of course it is. Because they're in a scam. And if you don't know you're in a scam, you're going to do this kind of behavior because you're the perfect prey for it. Oh, this is so funny. I actually looked into this because of an ad months ago before I had seen anyone talk about it, and every part of it screamed sleazy marketing scam. We're 30 minutes in, you still couldn't figure out what they were selling. I cannot believe I'm now seeing it everywhere. This is how everybody feels about your multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. It's sleazy. The excessive use of emojis, the way you're talking about it with actually, what are you doing? What are you actually selling? Because it's not the products. You're talking about the income opportunity. We're seeing it everywhere. And I can't believe I'm seeing it everywhere either. My gut instinct knew it was gross. Oh, thank you for fighting for the integrity of the industry. There is no more integrity. There is no industry, and there's certainly never any integrity. Just go back to Dextrer Yager and listen to what his views are on people, because that's what your companies are modeled on. And that's what these MLM coaches are modeled on too. Where's this one? Because there's one that says it's like a Ponzi scheme. And this one, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. Look at the posts reek of Ponzi scheme. Like, I don't know. This is the shit where I'm like, I don't know whether to laugh or cry, you know? It's sad to see some people who I thought were good leaders posting about it coming from more ethical, product-based businesses. You're in a pyramid scheme. You're in a, like what Always Marco likes to describe a pyramid scheme is a Ponzi scheme with extra steps. But for them to even use the words, that's 2 posts now where they've said pyramid scheme and Ponzi scheme. Maybe this is a good sign of like a lot like of people. Maybe this Kristen has like planted a whole, like her fucking crop. She's like sprayed all this fucking extra Miracle Grow. But inadvertently, all these people are going to be waking up and they're going to be like, holy shit, I need to exit this. I cannot even believe this. This was the moment that broke the shelf in the back of my mind. And I started to wake up and I started to work on my exit strategy. I have never seen so many people in MLM speak like this. This is just so amazing to me. I could be totally off my rocker too, but maybe it's just they're going to get deeper in, but I have my hopes. Same as what I do for Megan. I've been with my company for almost 10 years and I'm very proud of that. It's taken so much grit and persistence, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Certainly not a get rich quick scheme. Nothing replaces a product you love, a sustainable compensation plan. This person's just deep in. Blah, blah, blah. A community of people who become your ride or dies. They don't. Not when you leave and you wake up. I think this person might wake up one day. You know that? There's so many people that have been in for 10 years and longer and they wake up. I think that for the people doing this, it will mark the end of their social selling career. Is it social selling, direct selling, network marketing, multi-level marketing? You got to pick one name. It's not direct selling. We already know that. It will completely erode all trust with the audience. It's a nail in the coffin. It's just so wild. Look at this. Thank you for saying something too. I did and people came for me. Try speaking out against multi-level marketing. You want to see people come for you? Oh, no. Oh, you have no fucking idea. I haven't really heard of this. What does the digital course thing have to do with social sellers? That's a good question. It's because it's cutting into her business. So anyway, I wanted to show you that. I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm going to read your comments here and then we'll just, I have a dance. I thought we could end off with a dance here. Melissa, excuse me, I need to go beat my head against something. Face palming isn't cutting it anymore. Oh. Super last thing. Undercover anti-MLMers pitting moms against each other, divide and conquer. You know, man, it's just sad. I really hope these people, when they wake up, that they do okay, you know. I believe, and if you're watching this and you're like, you're starting to question, good for you. It's a lot. It's a lot waking up from this. Gabby says, I'm grateful corporate job doesn't require me to be in fight or flight mode all day long. No warrior energy required for my ROI. Yes. I know I clock in and I clock out. I'm 4 days on, 4 days off. It's beautiful. I get benefits. It's amazing. I have time freedom. I have so much more money now than I did when I was in MLM. Everything is improved, you know. You don't have to be in this battle where it's like, why are you so outraged? There's no emotional stability here. This is very reactive and defensive. You shouldn't be this threatened. Your reaction, like this, the Kristen Boss's reaction is so dramatic, and it's a direct threat to her business, and that's why she's reacting like this. It's also a threat to people that are in multi-level marketing that are going to lose on this opportunity, and they're going to see people with large followings get a lot of money, and there's going to be this jealousy where it's like, that should have been me. And I hope that this provides like a bridge for them in their mind to see that what they're a part of is the exact same thing, that you're being used, and you have every right to be outraged and to feel that jealousy. It's like, that isn't right. You're right. It isn't right. And this nonsense of yet another multi-level marketing coach virtue signaling. Holy fuck. You can't even make this shit up. At Ottawa, this dude I used to play Pokemon Go with, the bartender, got into that WFG garbage. Oh no, I'm so sorry. He tried to prey on me. I'm like, how the fuck did this guy go from being a bartender to a financial advisor? Happens so fast. Anne says, you are not on any battlefield. You're just a salesperson. This is like, she's trying to weaponize her fucking followers, and she only has 117. Oh, fuck. Ottawa says, I went to an Amway meeting. I almost cried because I wasted 3 hours of my life at their meeting. Whoa, when was that? How long ago was that? Yeah, just relax. It's not that serious. It isn't that serious. But when you're in multi-level marketing, it's like this kind of shit. She can whip up people and then purchase another course. I'd be curious if she does launch a new course and have it like with the glove. God will have given her the inspiration for this, because all glory goes to God, don't you know? And there'll be like a boxing glove and a fire emoji and then the hands clapping. And it'll be like social selling for free, you know, a 5-day counteracting the bullshit. I mean, she won't say bullshit because it's that real tight-lipped squeezing of the sphincter rectum. Like, I'm tough, but I'm not going to say the word fuck. I'm going to say frick, but I'm still edgy and cool, that kind of bullshit. And it'll be like some funnel going to create something. I bet you she's going to sell a course after all this. People are going to be joining. They're going to be all like amped up. I can't believe it. I'm going to join this person. This coach is like so much honor. I could totally see this. I'll be surprised if she doesn't, because this would be a great opportunity for her. And she says, don't they understand what direct means? There is no recruiting in direct sales. Bingo. You're not direct selling. You're not direct sales. It doesn't matter. You know, when someone says, you know, if you're in multi-level marketing and you're like, but you don't have to. It doesn't matter if you don't have to. It exists in your company. That's why it's not direct sales. Sales, can't even talk. It's multi-level marketing. This just breaks my heart. Some people may never wake up. I know. That's something I struggle with, especially the people I know. And she says, MLM is multi-levels. That's why they recruit. The irony and ignorance is baffling to me. Yeah. But it shows the power of the cult. That's why it's important to get the terminology like indoctrination, brainwashing, mind control, behavior control, information control, thought control, cult, commercial cult, into mainstream, because that's what's going on. That's why you see people reacting like this. That's why you would have seen me reacting like this. That's why you'd see me doing all these testimonies for Ray. That's why you'd see me going on about, I can't believe people don't like network marketing. It's ridiculous. Like in this day and age, people, I said this shit. I've got live videos saying this shit. And it's because I was in a cult. You wake up from this and you're like, how the fuck did I believe this? It's like, it's baffling. It's baffling to me now. I'm like, how in the hell? Super last thing, the spell checker changed MLMs for moms. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, very cult. All right. So that's what I wanted to show you. So got Merchants of Deception. We listened to Dextrer Yager. You got to see what's going on now with in multi-level marketing, La La Land. Hopefully more and more people are going to wake up from this. I think, I suspect that this is going to be like a big thing for people. And it might happen sooner for other people. It might take more time, it might take months, it might be next year, it might be a few years from now, who knows. But I believe this is going to be a part of a lot of people's waking up process, because there's so much, they're faced with a lot of contradictions now, and they are trying to make sense of it, and they're looking to try to make sense of it. So there's people that they respect, even people that are just making product purchases, they're trying to make sense of this. And the only way they know how to make sense of this is to assign blame, good, evil, black and white, because that's what you do when you're in a cult. They can't see that they're also a part of a scam. They're also in a cult. They have to see it as like, this is wrong. Even my upline is wrong. Maybe I should join another company. Maybe I should get aligned. And so the people that are smart, that like Megan, Dessart, other people that have been within multi-level marketing, it's not that the people aren't smart, but the people that are much more manipulative and know how to exploit this are going to just be waiting. They're just like, they're salivating right now. Just like, oh, fuck, all these people. They'll probably have created drip lists where they're already commenting and liking all these people who have commented on their Instagram posts, commiserating with them, starting to like develop a relationship to recruit them to their multi-level marketing company. It's going to be like vultures preying on each other, all under the guise of like toxic positivity and empowering women. This is not women empowering women. This is straight up fraud. You're defrauding people. You're scamming people. I like to fucking speak out too. All right. And it says, the brainwashing is so sad. I get frustrated and angry that they don't see what we see. I know the obvious, but like you say, the power of the cult is stronger than logic and reason. Yeah, it is. I get really frustrated too. And I was in it. Also, the other factors they use to prey on you. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. If you were new on here, thank you very much. And some creators that I suggest that you follow, or just even take a look at their content. Maybe you would like to subscribe and follow to them. Some that you might not have heard of because they don't show up in your feed. A lot of people, they find, oh, this person is making anti-MLM content. There's so many really great content creators out there, all with different styles. DC is one of them. Aaron B's, Julie Joe, Always Marco, Savannah Marie, Clown Town, who was on here earlier, Fernando A, Heather C, Echo. So her name is Tish, but her handle is Echo. Mac Attack, Isabella Lanter, Hannah Alonzo. These are just ones that have helped me, when I started to wake up. And then, I now some of them are my friends. Go figure. They were speaking out before I was. So there's hope. There's hope for you. Okay, I'm going to end with this because we're going to have fun. We're going to have a dance party here. So the song that I've chosen for this one is, I want to kind of hide it because I want to make it a surprise. And I hope I don't fuck it up. Maybe you saw it. Okay. Okay. The song that I've chosen it's kind of like, if you're friends, we're going to leave your friends behind because your friends don't dance. And if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine. Okay.
Safe, dance. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say we can go where we want to, a place where they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. And we can dance. We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. See, we can go where we want to, place where they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. We can dance. We can go when we want to. Night is young and so am I. And we can dress real neat from our hands to our feet and surprise them with a victory cry. Say we can act if we want to. If we don't, nobody will. And you can act real rude and totally removed, and I can act like an imbecile. Say we can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, we're doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking the chance. Safe to dance, oh, it's safe to dance. Yes, it's safe to dance.
Anybody can do this dance.
Say, down.
We can dance if we want to. We've got all your life in mind. As long as we abuse it, never gonna lose it. Everything will work out right. Let's see, we can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I see, we can dance, everything's out of control. We can dance, we're doing it from pole to pole. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking the chance. Well, it's safe to dance, yes, it's safe to dance. Well, it's safe to dance, oh, it's safe to dance. Yes, it's safe to dance, it's safe to dance.
I like that part.
Well, it's safe to dance, it's safe to dance. Oh, it's safe to dance, oh, it's safe to dance.
Oh, thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. I appreciate you for being here. All right. Oh, how do I end this now? Gabby, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.